Hi guys, and welcome back to Butterfly Box 78. Today I am going to start in on my love readings. I know it's been a while guys, but I don't know what I've been doing. I've been weird. I've been off my regular track. And for some reason, I have been resisting coming to sit down and actually do these love readings. But today I'm coming at you with all brand new readings here in this month of March. So let's go ahead and get started. I also find this to be therapy for myself, so we'll keep this, as condensed and short and sweet as possible and pack in as much information as we possibly can. We are just going to go ahead and start into Aries. I know we're at the end of Pisces, so let's go ahead and start into Aries. We're going to go ahead and set the intentions. Give me just a moment. Aries. These are love readings, and this is for Aries. Aries. Please tell me more about Aries. All right. Give me just a moment to meditate. Okay, so I'm feeling the vibration a lot around in the heart and really in my head, from the nose up. So I suspect this has to do with your heart and what's going on in your head. But let's go ahead and dive into this reading. Aries love reading. Please explain to me more about Aries. 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 What's going on with Aries? Please explain to me more. I've got one that's already flipped. We'll take it. Balance. Please explain to me more. What's going on with Aries? Explain to me more. Explain to me more about what's going on with Aries. I'm not going to take all of these, but I will take this one, this one. All right. Let's see here. Four of Staves in reverse, and then new beginning. All right, let's see what is the overall here. Eight of Swords in the upright. So this would be the overall energy. So like devastation. However, under it we have the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody, you or your loved one, has been working very hard. However, that the offer that it's been coming in is not coming in the right way for the money. There may be some defensiveness, some gossiping, something that you might be trying to fight. Also, up under that, we have the King of Staves, and he is in reverse, so I don't know what that's about. And the Wisdom in the upright. So let's dive into this. So apparently right now, Aries, you're looking pretty good. I believe that there is a balance with you. I think that a lot of people don't understand a lot about you. So, and that's because I think you're just really shut off. You show the grandeur. You show people what you want them to see, but you're not really honest about other things that are a lot more deeper that I think that, you could be more honest about, which is why we have, like unity, Four of Staves in reverse. So even though there's a balance within you, you may have been coming together with somebody or even thinking about a marriage, but I think that you turned against that. There's something that you or your partner, or the both of you guys, it's not correct within this union. And I think because you require balance. However, you did get beginnings, which is also considered the Fool card, which really has to do with you. So there may be a new beginning due to the balance, but maybe not a union with that person, since this is a love reading. And the Eight of Swords is, because this is in reverse, the staves also have to do with communication. So whatever is being communicated, whether your partner's communicating it to you or you're communicating it to your partner, it actually leaves you in a bit of devastation. Whatever the news that came in that may have caused a breakup or a divide between, or a separation between you and this person, left them very devastated. Okay? And that may be because you are busy hard working on something else that you think that may be a little bit more prosperous, or just you concentrating more on yourself, since we have the Fool out here. But let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper into this. I'm only going to clarify the union in reverse. Let's figure out why is this union in reverse, and how can we make this communication, how can we make this stable? How do we turn the energy into the upright? Doesn't mean that you're trying to turn the energy in the upright to necessarily be with this person, but maybe because we've got the Eight of Swords out as the overall energy. This could also be past energy, that's why there is a bit of devastation being, this way towards you. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. It is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So there may be a blockage in communication, like I stated before, because this Knight of Swords in reverse, who normally comes in very quickly with straight to the point information, is having trouble coming in. There may be too much, there may be some overactivity in communication. I don't know if it's you, Aries, or if it's the person that you're dealing with. This person may be, I don't want to say lying or deceiving, but this person, this energy, it's almost as if it's hyping it up more than, this is a charming energy, but it's not coming in the right way. There's too many words and not enough actions. Wow, Death in the reverse. So, man, this is saying that Six of Coins in the upright. So, very interesting how this reads. With Death being in reverse, to me this is saying that normally if it's in the upright, it's telling us that spiritually everything is good, but this is in the reverse, and usually it always represents new beginning, but because it's in the reverse, it's almost as if there is some type of hardship, regrets, resistance, attachment to the past, fear of the unknown, delusional ideas, inability to discern fantasy from reality. So again, this goes back to what I was saying before. This could be you, communicating this to a lover, or a lover communicating this to you, is that, whatever it is that they are saying to you, they could just be saying it, but there's nothing that is backed up. Okay? Also, we have, and this is very interesting, like I said, I felt the vibration on the heart, but I felt it mostly in the head. And this, all of these chakras have to do with your head and your crown. So there is an imbalance as far as communication, like I stated before. There's an imbalance there's an imbalance in spirituality, which is your crown chakra. But in order to make this energy correct, there has to be some generosity. And I think that even though this is the Six of Coins, it's an equal give and take. So in order for there to be, in order to set the energy back to the upright, Aries, you and your partner are going to have equal give and take. Not only that, but you will have to use your intuition in order to navigate what it is that you truly need to say. And I think that truth is going to be the biggest factor in this. So even though you guys may not end up together, or you break up and go your separate ways, or you stay together in order to bring this into the upright, which would be engagement, unity, relationship kind of thing, you would have to do the equal give and take of honesty. Okay? The overall energy is the Ace of Wands. So this definitely has to do with you, Aries, and being, the most in this new beginning. And also, being honest with yourself, especially since we have the Fool out here. You could make the energy right. You don't have to be with this person, but focus on, focusing on this new beginning with yourself and new beginning with others. Ace of Wands, that's beautiful. However, spiritually, again, there's an imbalance, and up under that is, it's very interesting. It is an interesting reading because we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So there's definitely probably going to be some heartbreak. And so all of these things, all of these cards, this spirituality, your crown chakra are in the reverse. And the Ace of Wands is going back to the root of who you are as the person. So spiritually, you need to be doing some digging. This is very important. This is getting down to the root of who you are as the person. There's going to be victory with doing this. So taking yourself possibly out of a toxic situation and beginning something new with getting to the core of the root of who you are is going to be very important. Woo! Some heaviness right there. That's very, very deep. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the sexual tarot, which gives us a little bit more in-depth look as far as Aries love and where you're going to go from here, just currently what's already happening, just whatever the energy is picking up on as far as Aries love life. Please tell me more about Aries love. Please tell me more about Aries and their love. Please tell me more about Aries and their love life. What should we know? Tell us more. Please tell me more. Aries. Alright. Queen of, and I don't read this in the reverse unless if I feel the reading needs to be read this way. So there is somebody Aries that you look at as love, or somebody looks at as you, is very nurturing, just very much, there is a lot of love. You can see that it's almost a little bit, it's very comforting because you can see that it's love. Anytime a man, just kind of hugs you and buries himself in your breast like that, that usually has to do with, that love of a mother, but also the love of a lover, because you can see she's a very nurturing queen. And so there's something that you find very deep and loving. It's a very, very loving spirit. Also, we have the Three of Chalices. So, in a regular tarot deck, this would be a third-party situation, but in this is more related to just a strong passion between you and this person. Just something very deep, something just, I don't know how to explain it, just, I don't know, all I could think of is that Masterpiece song. They could say, na na na. And I mean, because that's how I think. It's so ghetto that I would say that, but that's just how I think, because that's the passion between you and this person. And then also the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands in a regular deck would be communication, but this is somebody who kind of snuck away. This is a person who, as you can see the ladder in the back, they had to do some things in order to get to this person that they're loving, and honestly, this energy feels completely different than this past energy that I actually was reading. This looks to me, you can see the torch, it's burning pretty hard, which to me, any of the torches or any of the fire represents passion. But it's also very interesting because he's feeding her, she's holding her breast to kind of offer to him, so again, there is quite a bit of, there's a lot of passion with this person. And hold on, guys, I gotta turn my thing off. All right, so whoever this is, and this is a different energy that I'm reading, there's a lot of passion. It's very interesting because we've got 8. So we've got 2 8s, and the 8s represent abundance, but just a lot of passion. I don't know if this person could be a situation where this person is involved in third party, which is why we may have the Three of Chalices, and you or your partner, this new partner, you're either sneaking away or they're sneaking away in order to, get to you. But there's certain things that have to be done in order to get to you. That's why there's a ladder there. And then also the Nine of Wands. Now, generally, the overall energy is the Nine of Wands, and then the Chariot. So somebody could be coming in for you, Aries, or you could be coming in for them. Oh, there's some jealousy. Ace of Swords is kind of a controlling. She's wanting the truth. Six of Pentacles. Maybe somebody is watching somebody else. They don't really know about that. And the Four of Wands. With the Emperor, Aries, this is you. This is, you are represented as the Emperor. But also the Four of Wands being in the upright, which again, it was in the reverse initially, but now in the upright a little bit deeper into your story. which brings great pleasure. But with this Nine of Wands, he's covering her mouth because he doesn't want her to say anything, probably because the person in the back is walking by. It's very interesting because this person in the back is holding the torch, this burning, this burning passion. This burning passion is from somebody else, not from the person that they're communicating with, which is very interesting because I've actually never really read it in this way. But it's almost as if this other person is looking for this other person, and the couple, the man is like, no, hush, I don't want him to hear us. They don't need to find us. Very guarded kind of thing, almost like a protection, like shut up, because we can't be found at this moment kind of thing. Very interesting. And then with the chariot right behind it, it's either he has arrived and she was asleep, or he's leaving. But I believe this is like, hey babe, I'm home. Like just very touching the small of her back and, gently telling her, I'm back, I'm home. Like traveling in a certain aspect. Sometimes we travel mentally, spiritually, physically, and this is that. And then with the Empress, this person definitely is who you desire. She's an Empress. This person that I think that you are pulling towards definitely mirrors that same energy you do, Aries. She is an Empress, or he is an Empress, but whichever way it goes, Aries, there is a desire to be with each other. The problem is that there's something wrong with, there's been an inability to move on due to things that may have to do spiritually in communication and in the throat chakra that haven't been communicated, but definitely a spiritual imbalance. And this is very interesting. This is how the story goes. This third party is jealous. They're going to be very upset, because as you can see, the couple behind them, and then with the moon shining on them, these are things being revealed. So not only is there jealousy and very upset, but they're upset about the things that were in the dark that are now being revealed. So Aries, if you are involved in a third party situation and there's somebody that you want to begin anew with, you need to handle that. Not only that, but that's why we have the Ace of Swords. So generally the Ace of Swords would represent the beginning of something new. Always aces are the beginning of something new. But what she's doing is, she's not, generally I would read this as a control. In certain aspects it is, but not in this aspect. She's actually tying him up, and there's a pin in the heart because she wants him to be honest. So it's like she's gonna do certain things to get the truth out of him. And that, Aries, would be the beginning of something new for you, because you're a very surface level individual. So going deeper in the heart with the pin, the dagger, the rope, the scissors, would be very much a beginning of something new. It's very interesting because you are actually, I think that in a weird way, you may be, it's like you're watching this person, but more watching them in like you have a certain sense of what it is that they're doing. And they could be this third party, because you're not with them. They could be alone, for sure. But you're watching them. This person who you want to be with, you're watching. Because ultimately, the wish fulfillment would be this burning desire and passion, ecstasy, this person, this third party, this other person you're trying to be with. There's so much between you guys. There's a lot. There's a lot not being said. It's very interesting. Aries, I would definitely, if you want to create this balance, you're going to have to really, really be honest. Ooh. Not surface level honest either. No surface level. You have to go deeper. You have to dig deeper. That's why the communication with the Knight of Swords, it's like he wants to run in and say something, but because he's in the reverse, there's a blockage. He doesn't know what to say, or he says too many things. Either he doesn't say enough, he's not speaking the truth, or he's you know, Aries, you could be blocking yourself or making the person that you're dealing with, who you kind of have to, I don't want to say break up with, but this heartbreak, these are two different situations going on. Two different situations. Yep. All right, Path of Wisdom. Daughter of Air in reverse. So now it's time for you to go inward and be led. Actually, because this is in reverse, it's the opposite. So maybe you need the Path of Wisdom. No, I'm going to read this that way. That was right the first time. It's all about being led by your intuition, which is why you got generosity in the upright. This is about being led, being open enough to be led by your intuition, closing your eyes and feeling the vibration of what you should be doing, where you should be going, and being led in that way. Spiritual warrior, very interesting. So I think, again, because it's in the reverse, this is all about going inward and being a warrior for Christ, because, or whatever your, as far as your spirituality is concerned, because how are you going to get the answers in order to figure out what it is that you need to be doing? Why, you know, you need to really go deep within. Very interesting. Oh, let's see here. We'll just take the first one. And Nine of Earth, which is communication, or excuse me, accumulation. So there is going to be an abundance if you're following the path of wisdom. You need to throw caution to the wind and be led by faith, so you can accumulate what it is that you rightfully deserve or will be blessed with. But in order for that to happen, because we've got, this is the overall energy, the Two of Fire, which is considered will, you will have to come together with both sides of yourself. And I think that there are two different sides to you, Aries. I believe that there is that regular surface level, and then there's that deeper. And I think sometimes that deeper is not where you like to go because you're not sure about that area, but you're very sure of yourself, which is weird because that's your deeper area. So I'm just the messenger, y'all. I am just the messenger. Okay, let's go ahead and get some wisdom. This is the oracle. Let's draw for the wisdom. Wisdom for Aries. What do we need to know? What is the wisdom for Aries? Alright. New beginning. And it says begin your new life. So I really honestly believe, Aries, with all the new beginnings that you're going to have, that it's really, really, you're like the phoenix. You're rising up. Look at all of that fire. Look how beautiful the phoenix is, but look at how you're rising up. This is passion too. This is like a passionate new beginning. So as far as your love life is concerned, there will be a passionate new beginning. You need to be like the phoenix and rise up, which also, like I said, is going to have to do with you being really honest. Intuition, yes. What did I tell you? Intuition, yes. Trust your intuition. Wow, Aries. And Battle of the Blues. Take steps towards positive change. Yes, because you're going to continue to be, I feel like, Aries, you have a tendency to continue to be in a way that leaves you in a funk because you don't know how to get out of situations that are toxic for you. It's like you know what you want, but it's hard for you to get it because you don't know how to walk away, because if you walk away from certain things, you think that you're going to be sacrificing certain things. And really, all in all, is it could be very possible that the person that you're trying to walk towards isn't toxic. You know what I'm saying? But the situation that you're in is very toxic, or you could be the toxicity. But whichever way it goes, it's going to make you feel sad because you are not positively moving forward. And part of that positively moving forward is being honest. The overall energy is, wow, if this ain't a message, I don't know what is. Discover your courage. So this is all about you. This is where we know, and it's funny because that's actually your card. Your Aries always has to do with bravery and courage, and that is you, Aries. You are bravery. You are courage. Discover your courage and just really get in it. Don't be scared to tell somebody the truth, because the truth is what's really going to set you free. At the end of the day, that's what's going to set you free. All right, guys, let's see here. We're going to do this. Do some angel cards. See what pops out for us. We'll take this one. Receive. So that goes back to the equal give and take, receiving, being able to receive messages, being able to receive the truth. Somebody tells you the truth, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the expectation would be for you to give the truth back. And, listening to yourself enough. Sharp. Be sharp. I think most Aries are pretty sharp. They're pretty on the ball. Sometimes sharp could be referred to as hurtful sharp, like, oh, they were a little sharp with me, you know. But sometimes that's what it's about when receiving the truth. It will be sharp. Sometimes the truth does hurt, Aries. You know, this may be a situation, Aries, that you can't, that you're gonna, it's forcing you to do this. If you really want this, it's gonna force you to be sharp about receiving the truth about certain things. You know, let's see here. One more for Aries. Sunshine. So yeah, the sun, you know, will shine if you are able to receive some of these things. And then caring was the overall, excuse me, and abundance popped out. But caring is the overall energy. So if you really care for this person, you'll receive what they're saying, even though their tongue may be sharp. But listen to what they're saying, because this keeps your mind sharp. And the sun, God, will shine on this union. I mean, it's supposed to happen, but you have to be honest, Aries. Without that, oh wow, and the sun's trying to come out too? What? Oh, don't get me started, y'all. So, Aries, just be aware. You know, you are a beautiful soul. I think that you mean well, but I also believe that it would do you a great deal of justice to learn how to be honest with yourself and with others. All right, Aries, that was your reading. Namaste. I hope that you all have a great day. That was your love reading. The message may or may not resonate. If it does, great. If it doesn't, remember, for cross watchers, if you all are watching, this could be your message or their message, but I believe this was more for Aries. Anyway, it does matter, but you all have a wonderful day. Again, these videos are for adults. You all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.